It's no wonder that life seems so hard all the time. You know, we go through life and there's always struggles, right? There's always going to be stuff that troubles us or that we struggle through. And a lot of the times life can seem very hard. And this is because Earth is a school for souls. It's like a learning campus. It's like a classroom, a school for souls to incarnate into and learn a bunch of stuff. You know, we have these physical bodies that we incarnate into as souls. When the baby is developing, like in the mother's belly, we come down from the spirit world as souls and, you know, squish our way into the fetus, the little fetus there while it's developing before we get birthed out into the world, onto Earth. And so Earth is a learning place for souls to come to. And it's not just any learning place. You know, in the spirit world, you know, in different dimensions, there's all sorts of different planets and learning areas and dimensions for souls to learn, where souls can go to learn. There's places where, you know, souls learn how to shift objects, you know, transmute different materials and work with energy, you know, emotions. There's all sorts of different learning schools and areas in the spirit world where souls can go. But Earth is like a really crazy classroom, you know, in the school of the universe, you could say. It's like hell. Like Earth is the most crazy, difficult, insane learning place where souls can go to. It's known in the universe as like the most difficult, insane school that you can go to learn as a soul. And so no wonder that life seems so hard and Earth seems so crazy, and, you know, there's all this stuff going on down here that's not really pure. It's all distorted. You know, there's some pure stuff, but the distorted stuff is way more. So it's no wonder that Earth is like, you know, the battlefield that souls incarnate into to learn. And just the fact that you incarnated onto Earth and that you're here at this time, the fact that we all are here, it speaks big to our soul's determination and our soul's like willpower and desire to grow and evolve, to eventually connect back with the source, the infinite creator. It speaks big to our like drive and ambition as a soul. Just the fact that we chose to come down here. A lot of souls, they choose to not come down here, like they avoid Earth, even though they're guides in the spirit world while they're not incarnated, you know. Your guides are up there too, so a lot of souls, the guides suggest, oh yeah, you should go down to Earth and incarnate there, it'll really help you out. They're like, no, because it's just too crazy, it's too much for some people, for some souls. And this is what happens, you know, with suicides and that kind of thing. They think, the souls think they can do it on Earth. They think that Earth they're going to be able to get through, but it gets too much, and their soul they can't take it anymore. Them as a soul, they just can't take it anymore, and they back out. And so Earth is like crazy. It's a crazy place for souls to incarnate into because of all the messed up stuff going on here, you know. It takes a lot from your soul to rise above this and learn from Earth. So then why do we incarnate onto earth then? Why should we even come here then if it's just too crazy, if it's too messed up for most souls? And the answer is like the more struggle that your soul faces, the more it can grow and evolve in a kind of more compacted period of time. If it went to a world where there's only a tiny little bit of struggle, kind of easier to live there, then it's not going to grow and evolve as much as it would here on Earth. So it's kind of like this acceleration dimension that we incarnate into as souls. It accelerates our growth and evolution as souls. And sometimes, on other planets, there might not be the lessons available here on Earth, right? We've got all sorts of dynamics on Earth, all sorts of stuff. We've got wars, we've got, lust and like all sorts of sexualized stuff that's just crazy. We've got, power dynamics, control, all of this distorted stuff that sometimes your soul needs a lesson in to evolve and grow from. And like if a soul went to a different world where that didn't exist, then it wouldn't be able to grow from it. So there's opportunities for growth on Earth here, on this crazy school, this crazy planet, that wouldn't be necessarily available on other planets. So this is why sometimes, right, life just seems so difficult. Your soul, like you at your core, you chose to come to Earth before you incarnated, and you chose a lifetime. You chose a lifetime where you could grow from, where you could evolve, where you could learn a specific lesson. It's usually the next lesson that your soul needs in its evolution. And sometimes you've been working on this for multiple lifetimes. Maybe, it's something that you're really struggling to overcome, to rise above. Maybe it's, it's something about needing control. And so maybe in a past life you were this high up in a royal family and you were controlling everything, but then it backfired on you or something like that. And then maybe it's similar in this lifetime. These patterns, these learning patterns repeat over lifetimes. And so it might be something similar in this lifetime as past lifetimes. Or it can be something totally new, a new lesson, a new challenge that your soul needs to overcome. And Earth is full of these challenges. Earth is like, this crazy classroom that we come to get over these challenges, to overcome these challenges. And so Earth is crazy. We know this, like Earth is the most crazy classroom in the universe for souls to come into. But it's getting better. It's actually getting better. Like over time, Earth is evolving. Earth it's transforming as a planet. The actual resonance of the Earth, like the scientific resonance, the Schumann resonance, it's speeding up. Like the vibration of the Earth. There's studies on this. The vibration of the Earth itself is speeding up. It's literally like evolving. The vibration is rising. It's getting higher. The Earth's vibration is getting higher. And in accordance with this, the Earth people, like people living here, us on Earth, our vibrations are getting higher. It's like a natural, frequency resonance. So in this time of acceleration, the Earth is rising, like raising its vibration, and so are we, to keep up with the earth. Essentially, it's the concept of the new earth. And in this kind of concept, the old patterns of karma, like the old wheels of karma, aren't as relevant for our souls anymore. They're not as like powerful, and they're not the main thing anymore on this earth that we incarnate into, this school for learning. It's a big shift that's happening right now. Huge collective shift that's going on, like as we speak. The earth is raising its vibration, and then the humans are too. So these karma wheels that have been going on for like millennium, they're kind of fading away. They're fading into the background. They still hold some importance, but they're getting less important now as the new earth emerges. And the main focus now, as the new earth emerges, it's going to be, your karma kind of, it fades away as the earth's vibration is rising. As the earth's vibration is rising, it becomes easier to kind of drop or release old patterns, old stuff. It's easier to shed things because it naturally takes you to a higher vibration when the earth is like raising its vibration. It just becomes easier to kind of raise to that level yourself and shed these old patterns from the old earth and the karmic patterns of the old earth. The new earth's pattern it's just like being in the moment. It's being present, like it's being love. It's being the frequency of love. This is the new earth pattern. We have to keep up with the new earth pattern because it's going to carry us forward into this big shift, into this next chapter of the earth's evolution and of our soul's evolution too. The earth is going to change hugely. Like I said, the old karmic cycles, the old patterns, they're fading away. Earth is becoming less of a school for souls, and it's becoming more of a healing area. Like we're healing. The collective is healing from the past. This is a huge event that's going on right now, like as we speak. So Earth, right? It's a school for souls as of now, but it's shifting into this new kind of title, or this new Earth. And so this is why sometimes, right, life seems very difficult. You have a traumatic childhood, and then you have trauma in school. School is traumatic. High school is traumatic. Everything's trauma for a lot of people. And then they get into a job and they lose the job. They get a new job. They don't like it. They get an abusive relationship. It's all this stuff on Earth. All this stuff. We go through this stuff for a reason on Earth. It's learning. It's all learning. Everything in your life has a purpose and a lesson behind it. Because if there wasn't struggle, we wouldn't grow. And so we come to Earth to grow faster, to evolve faster. Sometimes we need this as a soul. We need to kind of, shoot our trajectory of growth up. Maybe we've kind of had some easy lifetimes, or lifetimes on different planets that have kind of been easy. Even on Earth, you can choose to have an easy, relatively easy lifetime. Maybe you're a fisherman in like Fiji or something, and you just fish all day, and it's easy. But then maybe you choose a really difficult life, abusive childhood, divorce, you lose a kid or something, all this stuff happens to you, you get paralyzed. It's all learning. It's all like school learning here on earth. It's just a school for souls. You come to class when you're born. You show up for class in the morning, and then when you pass away, you go back home. You go back home. You leave school and you go back home to the spirit world. It's just a classroom where there's all this, gossip between the students, all this, these horseplay, people passing notes, people hooking up, all this stuff, right? It's like a messed up classroom. But we're here to evolve. We're here to grow. We're here to rise as souls, evolve our vibration. And so Earth, like our life, is almost like a test. It's like the main paper of this classroom that we get. It's handed to us before we incarnate, and then we work on this test. We work on this paper throughout our life. And do you pass the test or do you fail the test, right? Do you get an F? Do you get a C minus? Do you get an A? Do you get an A plus? This is stuff that goes on kind of in your life review after you transition, after you pass, and then go up to the spirit world. You review your life to see what you did well, what you could have done better, what kind of things held you back, what you learned from. You go through a life review. So Earth is like the school, and then the spirit world is kind of, the review afterwards. Earth is this just crazy classroom. And we're just here to learn. We're here to evolve and grow as souls. And so this is why sometimes life seems crazy, life seems hard. It's just because, we choose these lifetimes, especially on Earth, that are much more difficult than usual. And so that's why it seems hard. Because it's just a difficult life. We chose these challenging lives. And I think as souls, because we show up here, because our souls have willpower, determination to even appear on Earth, to incarnate on Earth, we can overcome all of this stuff. We can just rise above it as souls because, we're here already. We're very determined. The Earth's vibration is changing. It's all synchronous. It's all happening in harmony. And so, it's only a matter of time. If you're in a kind of bad situation or life is really hard right now, it's only a matter of time before you rise above it.